Hey everyone, ever get to the end of the month, look at your bank account, and just wonder, where did all my money go? You know you got paid, but it seems to have just vanished into thin air. Well, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to play detective. We're going to uncover the five most common sneaky leaks that are sinking your budget. And, most importantly, we're going to show you how to patch them up for good. So let's just kick things off with a number that's kind of hard to believe 47%. Almost half of all Americans couldn't cover a surprise $1,000 expense. And get this isn't just about people with lower incomes. We're talking about people making well into the six figures who are still living paycheck to paycheck. It just goes to show you, the problem isn't always about how much you're earning. You see, the real difference between feeling broke and actually building wealth, it usually has way less to do with the size of your paycheck and everything to do with the system you have in place for your money. If you don't have a plan, you're always going to feel like you're one step behind, which, of course, brings us right to our very first leak. The first, and honestly the biggest leak of all, is what we can call the awareness gap. It's super simple. You just don't really know where your money is going. And think about it. If you can't see where the money is flowing out, there's no way you can stop it. This kind of avoidance is so common, it actually has a name. Yep, it's called the ostrich effect. We literally bury our heads in the sand because we'd rather not know than face what could be bad news. And how powerful is this? Well, one study found that 1 in 3 people would rather get this, deep clean their entire bathroom than check their savings account balance. That's how much we hate looking. And here is the awareness gap in perfect action. If you ask most people, they think they spend about $86 a month on subscriptions. But the reality? For the average person, it's over $219. That giant gap is caused by what's called subscription creep. It's a slow, quiet drain on your account that adds up incredibly fast. And I mean, come on, we can all relate to this, right? Companies make it so easy to sign up with one click. But the second you want to cancel, suddenly you have to solve a riddle, navigate a maze, and yes, maybe even find a dragon. This isn't an accident. It's designed to keep you paying. So, how do you take back control? Well, the fix is actually pretty simple, but it's powerful. First, you have to start tracking your spending. Use an app, a spreadsheet, even a plain old notebook. Just see where it's all going. Then do a full audit of every single subscription. Go down the list and ask yourself, is this truly worth it? And listen, if the answer isn't a clear, enthusiastic yes, it's time to cancel it. Okay, so let's say you've closed the awareness gap. You know where the money's going, but then another leak can spring open. This is spending that's driven by our feelings and by social pressure. And this one is so tricky because it doesn't always feel like a financial decision. It just feels good, in the moment. So on average, people spend about $250 every single month just on activities with their friends. That's $3,000 a year, money that could be going towards your future. It's no wonder this creates such a tough spot for so many of us. It really is a classic lose-lose situation, right? You either spend money you don't really have just to keep up, or you stay home and get a major case of FOMO, the fear of missing out. And the numbers show it. Nearly half of young adults say they've had to skip social events simply because they couldn't afford it. So to fight that emotional I have to have it now feeling, here's your fix. It's a simple little pause button. Before you make a purchase that isn't a total necessity, just stop and run through this checklist in your head. If the answer to any of these is no, that's a really powerful signal to just walk away. And what about the social side of things? The best fix is often the one that sounds the simplest, but can feel the hardest. Just be honest. If a fancy dinner or an expensive trip is going to wreck your budget, just say it. Your real friends will get it, they'll respect your goals. All right, time for leak number 3. Now, this one is the total opposite of those small, everyday expenses. This is about the big stuff. A really common trap is thinking that because you're being so good and frugal with your daily coffees, you can justify totally overspending on a massive purchase, like a new car or a house. So how do you avoid this huge car trap? Use the 20-4-10 rule. It's a fantastic, simple guideline. You put down at least 20%, you finance it for no more than 4 years, and this is the most important part, you make sure your total car payment, plus insurance and gas, stays under 10% of your monthly pre-tax income. And you know what? Housing is a really similar story. A great conservative rule of thumb is the 28% rule. Your total monthly housing payment, and that's everything: principal, interest, taxes, insurance. It should not be more than 28% of your gross monthly income. A bank will almost always approve you for way more, but that doesn't mean you can actually afford it without being stressed all the time. Okay, this next leak isn't about what you're spending money on, it's about your process. For most people, saving is totally an afterthought, right? Money comes in, the bills get paid, you spend what's left over, and then you just kind of hope there's something left to save at the end. Well, spoiler alert, there usually isn't. And the data on this is just crystal clear. People who automate their savings, who put it on autopilot, they save more than double what manual savers do. On average, we're talking $167 a month versus just $80. The system you use makes all the difference in the world. So the fix is to completely flip the script and pay yourself first. You set up automatic transfers from your paycheck that goes straight to your savings or investment accounts before that money even hits your main checking account. The psychology here is brilliant. You can't spend what you don't see. Well, we've made it to our final leak. And honestly, this one might be the most frustrating one of all. It's about willingly, consciously leaving free, no strings attached money just sitting on the table. And it usually comes from an employer. Every single year, this is how much money the average employee leaves behind when they don't take full advantage of their company's 401k match. That's an immediate 100% return on your investment that is just gone. Poof. Now, I know, $1,300 might not sound like a life-changing amount of money today, but that's not the right way to think about it. The real question is, what is the true cost of that mistake when you factor in decades of compounding and growth? This is the unbelievable power of compounding. That seemingly small amount of missed matching funds invested over a 40-year career could grow to over $405,000. That is the massive, hidden, heartbreaking cost of doing nothing. But here's the absolute best part. This is the easiest leak to fix. Sometime this week, promise me you'll do this. Take 10 minutes, just log into your 401k account, find out what your company's full match is, and adjust your contribution so you are capturing every single free dollar. It could be the most profitable 10 minutes of your entire year. You see, as we've seen, plugging these leaks isn't about being rich or making huge, painful sacrifices. It's just about having better systems and making smarter, more conscious choices. It all starts with one small step. So I'll leave you with this. What is the one small change you will make today to start building a stronger financial future? Thanks so much for joining me.